Attention crew, it's time to make it so. Reporting for duty are your fearless co-hosts, Crewman PVG, bringing the logic, Crewman Mgyx, keeping it bold, and Crewman Tommy, ready with the photon torpedo of hot takes. From classic episodes to new frontiers, Klingon phrases to Starfleet trivia, no quadrant is off limits. So grab your tricorder, set your phasers to fun, and prepare for another warp speed ride through the final frontier. This is Technically Trek.
Laying a course, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
Engage.
Cutwater. Welcome, Trek fam, as the kids say. Actually, I don't know any kids that say that.
Wait.
To the show.
Would the kids say all up in 10 forward? We all fam. Because, that's the club back then.
10 forward is the club.
Yeah.
Yes, let's get into that. I'm Crewman Tommy. Welcome to the show. I see IB Trekbot in the chat. Welcome back, sir. We missed you last week. We missed the man behind the chair, the man in the chair. PVG's just walking in. He will bring me a secondary twisted tea. Let's have Crewman Mgyx do a quick intro.
Hello. I'm Crewman Mgyx. And I say to you, exit the box and surrender to the glory of the Sontaran Empire. If you know, you know. Kudos if you know.
Oh, you brought me two? No, I just needed one.
What?
Take three for you. Three for you.
No, you're gonna need to drink that other one. I already know you are.
I've already had one Cutwater.
That don't matter. When does that ever matter to you?
It matters.
It hasn't. It doesn't. I don't think
it does matter.
I need to get a haircut.
Um,
I'm starting to look like, oh my God, I'm starting to look like Data in All Good Things. He's got that weird, awkward gray stripe.
Yeah,
I'm starting to get the Data stripe.
And we got Crewman PVG. He's about to push his be right back button. Oh, he's not wearing his he's putting on his insignia.
Is it Mexico, man?
Oh, you were having burritos? All right, activate yourself. Oh, I guess put on your headphones. Crewman PVG had some social obligations, and so he was running a little bit late. Not so bad. Kind of caught us with our intro. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Hey, we survived the big spaceship that's coming by, and then
3i Atlas.
3i Atlas.
Did it? Oh yeah, that was that was 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Was it the 19th?
19th, yeah.
Okay.
And they realized that we are
survived.
stupid, so they decided not to stop.
Absolutely. Keep going. The Martians probably smarter.
All right.
There you have it.
There's a weird theory about that. I watched an entire YouTube docu series on it, on why essentially our moon is not the moon, is not a moon. It is the remnants of a destroyed planet. Because they were talking about the whole 3i Atlas thing and how it's supposed to be on a plane. They're like, why are all of our planets on the same centrifugal plane, basically?
Right.
If everything exploded from the Big Bang, everything would go everywhere, 360 degrees in all directions, but it's not. Everything is in a centrifugal planet. The Earth was not born out of that. The Earth was basically spit out of the sun, like all the other planets, which is why it has that centrifugal spin. Just like if you were to spin a ball with, let's say, a rock in it or a heavier weight, and they came out in pairs. And if you notice that we're no longer paired up anymore, and that's because our pair basically, or it may not be our pair, maybe one of the other planets had a pair, they collided, and our moon is the remnants of that planet, and that's why we have this massive asteroid belt around us that people say you can't get past and everything. But yeah, I'm still with the fact that 3i Atlas is very possible it could be another species out there, and they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna keep on. We're gonna get gas at the
Prime
next
direct.
stop.
They're on the prime directive. They can't stop.
No. Anybody who's driven and then needed gas, and you're going through Phoenix, and you're like, okay, we're going by the town of Guadalupe, and you just see unsavoriness, burnt out lights, flickering. You're like, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next exit, which is technically puts us in Tempe. Well, let's look at that one. And you go by that one, and you're like, oh, there's several crackheads out there. Oh, look, there's Smokey back there taking a shit. We're going to go ahead and go on to the next one that puts us at Tempe, College Tempe area. Okay, there's just a bunch of frat kids getting beer. We're going to go ahead and get gas here.
Yeah, but
100%.
it's moving so slow. Like it took like 4 months to get around the sun.
Dude, we are the dumpster fire. We are the traffic accident on the highway that everyone is like, look at those motherfuckers. Oh my God, look at them.
People used to think that it was because it went really close to Mars originally. And people thought, well, maybe at some point Mars was a civilized planet. And so by the time they left, by the time they launched whatever 3i Atlas is, it took that long to get to Mars, and Mars was like no longer had any life on it, or, they left.
Mars.
And so now.
Sorry, thank you for bringing me back to the whole documentary. So Mars is not really the original Mars. The original Mars is the remnants of our moon, is what the documentary was saying. Is that the original planet Mars got destroyed. We had that asteroid, and the largest part of it came into Earth's orbit and became our moon. So what is now we know as Mars is not the original Mars. It's a totally different planet. I don't know. I'm going to say this. I don't think there were other civilized populations in our immediate planetoid system. In ours. And if there are, it's
in
there
sector
long
001?
No, I'm saying within, from the sun. Yeah, I guess the solar system. I don't think there was ever life in ours that launched and ever wants to come back. If they did, it's probably not from Mars. I'm going to say it's probably from something like Jupiter or Saturn, where you have a natural disaster that's wiping out that planet. And, you have the storm that's going on for 20,000 billion years. And those were the people that left the planet and came back. Because we've been to Mars many times. Now, we look at it as it can't sustain life that we know of life. But at the same time that we say it can't sustain human life, just like humans cannot live in space, but a tardigrade, which is found on Earth, can live in space. And yes, that is a direct kind of tie-in to Discovery, that whole tardigrade worm, whatever. Those are actually real. And they're on Earth, and they can go hundreds of years without water and oxygen, and they reanimate. And they found them on the outside of the space shuttle and the International Space Station. They can survive in space. But to be dumb and say, well, nothing can live in space, yet you literally have an organism that lives in space. that is also on Earth.
Let me ask
you as
this
a human
question.
can't live there. Go ahead.
Here's what, because you brought this thing up about the moon, and we'll get into Trek. We'll get into Trek in a second, but we are talking borderline science fiction, science truth, science fiction. Why does the moon always face the same way? Like, why doesn't the moon?
Locked. I went into this rabbit hole like 6 months ago. I honestly did. The moon is tidal locked to the planet. It's like a magnetic pole. So it's always going to spin with us. And that's kind of another remnants of why the moon is not like remnants of whatever Earth had left over. Otherwise, it would have a natural spin to it as well. It would have a rotation. But if it's part of an exploded planet that fell into Earth, it would have been spinning and then slowed down and then locked itself into Earth's atmospheric pull and magnetic pull. So it's always going to face the same way. It's that fine line. Like if you take two magnets and put the attracting sides together, and you can feel it start to get tugged, but if you hold them, you won't tug, and you can literally take one and pull it along and have like an inch between it. That's essentially what the moon is, and that's why it stays the way it is.
What's up to Chief Scott, who says PBG looks 20 years younger? Is he wearing eyeliner?
No.
Okay.
No.
What up, Infinity, in the chat?
I will say this: all of my technical knowledge is based on my limited schooling and education, and watching other documentaries and series on TV when I dive into a rabbit hole. But I do know the moon always faces the same side. That is a legit thing. It's tidal locked. You can Google that shit.
Yeah, the YouTube education, I mean, is actually probably getting to be more
real
beneficial than the real education.
I mean, I don't know if you're joking or not, but I'm kind of on the sense of, yeah, it is, because more and more people are exposing the truth of how things actually are versus the way we were brought up. Like,
yeah,
you watch it and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Somebody did it for you, showing you how to do it.
Yeah, and if you want to learn how to balance your checkbook or do your taxes, you can find a YouTube video on that, but you probably won't find any school system that will teach that.
Or
unless you're going to
cursive.
Like accounting school. Trek Talk, because that's why we're here, and that's why you guys are here, is for Trek Talk. I had a couple thoughts throughout the week.
So did I.
I was watching a lot of DS9, so I'm probably at like 6:15 right now. So I'm trying to catch up. I'm at the episode. This is why I stopped. I'm at the episode, and I have not started it, but I can see the thumbnail of the next episode is a bunch of Ferengi, and they have to rescue Mgyx.
Oh my God, skip it. Skip that shit.
I thought about skipping it, but I might just let it play while I sleep or something so that I can at least say I did have it on.
No, because then you're going to miss the other ones that come after it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, maybe I'll skip it.
Yeah, that one is completely pointless, and I'm really trying to think if there's any aspect of that.
What about in the side arc?
I don't think there is a side arc at all. Actually, no, I take it back. There is a side arc, and it's about
filler.
Nog. No, it's about Nog and Nog getting confidence being in Starfleet, and because he comes in trying to be like, oh, I'm Starfleet, I'm the military, listen to me, everybody listen to me, and they're like, yeah, shut up. And then he learns, how to kind of command people in a sense.
Oh.
Or at least take leadership over some
Not
things.
interested.
But it's not that. It's like the third story arc level. It's the only real other story arc, but it's giving third level aspect.
Okay.
Like,
I'll skip it.
There's
I mean,
nothing in there.
I've gone 30 years without. I've probably watched it, but I don't remember it. Maybe I'll start it, and if it looks familiar, I'll skip it. I don't know. I probably would have skipped it 30 years ago.
Here's the only thing. Here's one thing that it does do, because this is kind of hinted at on several other
Then I'll watch it.
episodes.
You don't even.
Is that I always wondered, how come the Ferengi don't have a military force? And it's like, oh, the Ferengi, the planet of cowards. They're like, well, it's not profitable to do things like that. And I was like, yeah, but you gotta have some kind of fighter or military force there, or someone who's willing to pick up a gun and shoot back or something. And this introduces a character who does do that, who is more the military guy. He's like, fuck this whole bartering for shit. You gotta fight. I'm like an assassin or a mercenary. It's literally like a Ferengi mercenary.
All right, I'll watch
That's
it.
the
then.
only thing it brings in is that guy.
Okay.
And I was like,
well,
what are those dudes?
that then makes me want to watch it. But I can also see, looking ahead at my thumbnails, there's another Ferengi looking episode, like 2 episodes down the line. So I don't know.
Let me bring him up here.
Oh, but so you look at that while I and supposedly we're dual streaming on we're not doing Twitch tonight because I was worried about our network, but this YouTube thing, YouTube is now saying it's also streaming us live vertically. So I don't know how that's going to work with 3 of us widescreen, probably chopped off.
It'll probably just put one. I don't know, because I'm not. Hold on, let me.
Vertically.
How is that gonna work?
A live stream YouTube short. I don't know.
I need. To
Okay,
check.
so I have watched a lot of Deep Space Nine. I think last week I watched a lot of TNG / Deep Space Nine, kind of intertwined. But this week it's all been Deep Space Nine because I am trying to just get through this now. Because I have a feeling there's going to be some tie-in on Starfleet Academy, and I want to be done with Deep Space Nine. So I want to get through season 6, get through season 7. So what are we talking like? I got like 45 more episodes to go or something. So I want to try to get that done before Starfleet Academy premieres. Just in case. Just so there's no like holes in my understanding of what might have happened to Cisco. Because I think on one of those trailers there was a still shot of the LCARS display in Starfleet Academy saying what happened to Cisco.
Subscriber.
Who?
We got another subscriber.
Who did?
Some guy named Zero Frax Given just subscribed.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
I think I know that guy.
All right, that's up there. I don't know how to view this in short format or in vertical format.
Just go into your shorts. Do you see anything in shorts?
I see shorts, but it just says latest, popular, oldest.
No, just go to your normal shorts. Like, don't go to the channel shorts. See if you go to your normal shorts, if we're offered up. And again, I don't know how that's going to work because it's just a button I activated today. Like right before we went live, I said, all right, let's do it.
The thing is, I have never seen a live short. That kind of defeats the purpose of it being a short.
I agree.
So I don't know how that would come up. We'll have to look into that more, but
yeah, I'll experiment with that.
Any shorts that I came across, it just has a notification on the symbol that says live, and then you click it and it takes us to the live page, or it takes me to the live page.
Have you guys seen there's a clip of Picard chastising some guy about religion, saying, back on Earth in the 20th century and 21st century, they were into religion. And then eventually they came to their senses and they stopped believing in religion and things like that.
On Earth, they did, yes.
You know that clip I'm talking about?
I think so.
But then I got to thinking, well, what was Picard's dream life when he got hit by the Nexus? He had a family and they were all around a Christmas tree. I was like, aha, Picard, you're not being honest. You got them presents for baby Jesus.
Yeah, but I don't know if they completely got rid of it. I remember a conversation where he says they got rid of economic growth and economic greed, and everything is based on a socialist thing. But I don't think he ever mentioned that Earth got rid of religion. I don't think I saw the one where Picard says Earth got rid of religion. Because
Trekbot will find it.
Yeah, because Picard has a dream of Christmas. And then and even if you do, maybe it's centralized religions like it is now, where you have mega churches and corporations, but people can still fundamentally believe in whatever they want to believe in.
But I mean, the Nexus, though, is like the
Your
Nexus.
own personal thoughts.
Yeah, it automatically taps into your mind and says, okay, this is what you want. So here it is.
Your mind, your body, and your soul.
Yep. You don't have to tell us. We know. We are the Nexus. Okay.
Which is very odd.
That was one of the things that, not really a big thought. It was just something that came to my mind because I saw that clip about Picard.
So that was your takeaway from that. My takeaway was, where's the Nexus at now?
Right. Isn't it just always moving through space?
Still traveling.
Right. So if it got diverted and it didn't hit the planet so you could get picked up, it's still a wave going somewhere. Why is there not any mention of the Nexus wave through any of the other series that take place after Generations?
Yeah, wouldn't they have put some kind of tracking on it, projections? Like they would be able to project, because who was the bad guy that made the
CERN?
Yeah. So he could project the path of the Nexus. So why can't Starfleet project the path of the Nexus?
Without his interference going forward, yeah. Yeah, they could be like, all right, it's headed towards this area. Maybe, and here's the cool Mr. Freedom Fighter Starfleet-ish thing to do. Hey, maybe you want to go warn any other planets that are in its direct trajectory that it's coming, so that they don't get wiped out by it.
I was thinking of the same thing, but with the 3i Atlas. How come we didn't think about shooting some kind of a probe, attaching onto the 3i Atlas, just piggybacking on it?
We're simple people.
I mean, man,
I think it's
just
more comes down to if it really is a comet, whatever you attach to it, if it comes close to any body of heat or direct radiation, it's going to expel the surface like a comet does. It's going to melt, and whatever we send to it's going to be detached. But it would still be a good idea to do so you can track and gather data for as long as you can, because we did land on another asteroid before, and it was just a regular old piece of rock.
Oh yeah, that was the one with Bruce Willis landed on that rock.
No, that was totally different one.
Oh.
Bruce Willis's one had the Russian dude. That was fake news.
Yeah. Trekbot says if this was the real world, a real life Starfleet would track the Nexus. Because you know what you would do is, like, if you had terminal cancer, you would do like Pike does. Like, just send a pod of all these people that are like, their last dying breath, just send them into the Nexus. Boom. Problem solved.
I mean, that's like tertiary objectives. I think what sci-fi fan too, is that Chief Scott?
No, that's Trekbot. IB.
Oh, Trekbot. All right, IB. I think what IB is saying is
New York City.
That. You would assign a science vessel. You would be like, okay, let's take the newest vessel that we have built with the newest technology, because Starfleet is all sci-fi, and we're gonna assign them for a ongoing mission. Go catch up with that thing and stick to it and monitor it. And that's
I feel like another alien race would already be doing that. Like Ferengi would have some kind of force field around it, and you would have to pay like 1 million bars of latinum to get access to the Nexus.
I don't think they have that big of a sizing.
They would wrap a Dyson sphere around it.
I could see Vulcans and Romulans doing it, but I don't see why they haven't. And why didn't they know about it before if they've been around for so much longer than us?
And do you think the Nexus could be related to the
Caretakers?
Not the caretakers, the wormhole with the prophets? Because when you're inside it, the reality is bent, right? It's not real reality, or it's a different reality.
So I had questions on that aspect to begin with. So is it when you're on it, time to you is, as the prophets would say, linear time? It's no longer linear because that thing is moving at damn near warp speed.
Yeah.
So it's going to graze through a planet. And if you're on that planet, does it physically transport you, or do you live in that moment? So like when it happened with Kirk, linear time kept going, but Kirk didn't. Like he lived a lifetime over and over again. So that's why I'm kind of like the story aspect of it doesn't quite make sense, because you're saying that it's physical, which means there's some sort of transporter beam, which means, again, coming down to why would you not track it, let other planets know, populated planets, hey, this is coming, get off the planet. Because then it could transport an entire civilization of like 9 billion people away if it physically takes you away from wherever you're at and out of our linear reality and sucks you into it. Yeah. And allows you to live that. Because that beam, if that's the case, how did Picard get back to the planet if a beam of light or ray or plasma is traveling past a planet at warp speed?
Because
how did Picard? Because as soon as Picard hit, he's gone.
Because
so how did he get back to that planet?
The way Guinan explains it is, you are in whatever moment of time you want to be in, and when you leave, you can also be in any moment of time.
So does that mean Picard is not back in our linear moment? Because it was a physical wave that was coming across a planet. So I think of this way.
The Nexus is too kind of fairy tale-y.
Yeah, we don't know enough about it.
All right, so let's say it's this. Okay. Let's say I got the DeLorean time machine, whatever. And as long as you stand on the side of the road when I drive past you, you automatically get to leap into my car. But I'm going 1,000 miles an hour. So you decide I'm going to stand on the road, and we're on I-10. And let's just imagine I-10 is literally a straight road from the East Coast to West Coast. I come by you in LA. I pick you up in LA, and we're driving 1,000 miles an hour. Straight across to the East Coast. I picked you up. By the time you realize what's going on, let's say it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or realize, oh, I'm in the Mgyx Nexus car, whatever. I'm now in Arizona or partway into New Mexico because I'm going 1,000 miles a minute. So when you decide, oh no, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm physically no longer in the place that I picked you up. How do you get physically back to that same place?
Because remember what happened.
What happened with Picard.
Remember what happened in the movie. Picard got scooped up by the Nexus because they couldn't stop him the first time.
Right.
So what they did is they left. He convinced Kirk to leave with him. Leave his dream life and leave the Nexus like an hour before the whole thing happened. That way it would replay time over. So they basically went back in time because, like Guinan said, you can leave the Nexus at any place and any point in time. So they left the Nexus. They were back on the planet an hour before the Nexus was going to hit it.
And that is bad decision making by Picard.
Agree.
Because Picard could have said, if he had explained that to Kirk could have gone back to the moment he was on the Enterprise B. Yeah, the Enterprise B.
Before
and not gone wherever he was at to get sucked up to begin with. Picard could have gone back to any other point. Picard could have gone back a day beforehand and said, hey, this guy's on this planet for whatever first planet he destroyed. Picard could have gone back and caught CERN the first time he blew up the sun to divert it. He could have caught him then. And then like, hey, if we want to get Kirk back, there's this Nexus thing. We need to get some ships. We need to post them on there. And we need to have some volunteers jump in and try and save Kirk and pull him out. They could have pulled Kirk out of the Nexus, and then life would have gone on with Kirk being survived. And like, oh, I'm not dead anymore. Cool. But he didn't. He decided to go back 20 minutes before the whole thing happened. That's just dumb. That's not taking advantage of what's around you.
I guess another thing that doesn't make sense is if Kirk got sucked into the Nexus while he was on the Enterprise, why doesn't, what's his name, Saren? Why doesn't he just run his ship right into the Nexus? Why does he need to blow up a planet to shift the gravity of the moon to pull the Nexus closer towards where he's at?
Rent a ship, rent a shuttle, whatever you got to do, and go fly right into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Airlock yourself at the exact right moment.
I guess maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work that way.
It worked that way for Kirk.
Yeah, I guess it did.
So IB says, I could see the Nexus becoming a point of conflict by the different galactic factions.
Well, yeah, you would want to control it.
Which is why we asked, where is it now and how come nobody tracked it? Some would definitely want to exploit it for gain. There's a theory that James Kirk, or a version of him, is still alive in the Nexus. Wasn't there two Guinans? Were there two Guinans? And
because one was in the Nexus.
Kirk left. Yeah, but I think that's part of her species' ability
to go into the Nexus.
Kirk left and also didn't leave, according to the theory. If he just flew in, there'd be no movie. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it would be
a short movie.
This is. I feel bad about it. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Generations to begin with. It was a bad handoff, and at the time when we watched it, we were probably like, "Oh, that was pretty good. That was okay." You know, Deanna blew up the Enterprise or crashed the Enterprise into a planet. You know, but now that it's been 20 years, we go back and critique it like this. Yeah, you fucked up. You done fucked up. You made a bad movie. Now that we're sitting there tearing it apart, you got us with the glitz and glamour of a Star Trek movie, you know, after TNG, because Generations was the first one, was the handoff,
right?
And you got us with the glitz and glamour of old Star Trek meets new Star Trek, but you did it in kind of the worst way, and it was very shitty. Now that we think about it.
The Nexus, now that we critique it, it's Nexus is pretty much just like a holodeck.
Yeah, it's like phony. It's like unrealistic. You know, like the reason why people like Star Trek, you know, you have people that like Star Trek for its realism. You know, like this is what the future could really be like. People like Star Wars because of the excitement and the adventure. And they don't think that's what the future is going to be like, but they do like the adventures and the things that happen in Star Wars. But Star Trek is all about, like, this could be our future. This is a realistic portrayal of what things could be like in 300, 400, 500 years, 1,000 years. So, people kind of latch onto that. And normally, historically, before the Nexus came along, they tried to be as realistic as possible with their little scenarios and their storylines. But once the Nexus came along, then it's kind of like, it kind of becomes kind of like Fantasyland.
Yeah.
I think it was just a cheap way of trying to. I think the only thing, and I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Is that they were not able to solidify a means to hand off the old Trek to the new Trek, and this is what they settled with: is this MacGuffin, this bullshit MacGuffin of the Nexus. I totally think they could have gone with any. There's me and my friend Ghost, or Happy Bastard for some of y'all. We literally were chatting the other day, and we were gonna play Call of Duty, and we're like, I was like, I might cast, I might start up, and we're like, sometimes you just don't want to, and we were just sitting there chatting. We talked for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. We reimagined a remake of Iron Eagle. And I'm not talking like how me and Tom would just bullshit and talk about, we're going to do a Star Trek and this is it. Like, we went from the cast all the way through all the acts of the movie.
That's with Louis Gossett Jr.?
Yeah, that was the one with Louis Gossett Jr. from 1980s.
That was awesome.
Flying the S-16. And we're like, because they've remade a whole bunch of other 80s movies, but they've never done an Iron Eagle movie. Because Iron Eagle was a direct competitor to Top Gun.
They did a second one, but I think it was like a 2B movie.
So they've made like 4 or 5 Iron Eagles, but they were direct-to-video sequels and some
Iron
made
Eagle,
for TV movies.
The
They didn't get
justice.
the treatment.
Iron Eagle.
So we're like,
Pirate in the
we
Sky.
could really. That's a good movie that you could remake because it never really got the studio treatment like you have now. Like you have a Roadhouse remake with Jake Gyllenhaal. You got Top Gun Maverick 2, which is a sequel to Top Gun. You've got all these other movies that are remakes. Iron Eagle is a good one you could do. My question is this: should they remake Star Trek Generations or redo a Generations type movie tying the TNG crew to a new crew?
No. They just did. It's called Picard Season 3, Episode 10.
But see, there's no series. That's TV series wise. I'm talking movie wise. And would that be the whole Star Trek Legacies ones that we reimagined with Seven and Jack and LaForge's kids and an occasional pop in by Will Wheaton? Or should they just say, fuck it, start from scratch, which is what they were kind of talking about doing now? Is just starting from scratch.
You know what? Let's start from scratch and see what happens. Just wipe the slate clean. Take the core framework of Star Trek that you built in, I'm going to say TNG, Voyager. Well, start there and then build forward on that. Build forward. Don't build backwards. Build forward on TNG and Voyager. And you know what? Let's throw in DS9, even though just too much Moogie. I can't do no.
Yes, IB, you are correct. They did borrow some of the uniforms from for the Generations movie from DS9.
Oh yeah. And and
a lot of them swapped uniforms. So like when you see cast members run out, and it's a cut scene because that cast member ran out the door to go do whatever. In reality, he had to take off his uniform, give it to another cast member who was, let's say, at the front of the bridge, who stayed on the bridge but wasn't seen. So yeah, there was a lot of uniform swapping.
Yeah, so we've got Starfleet Academy coming up, and we've got season 4 coming up of Strange New Worlds. You know, it's funny that Strange New Worlds still has 2 more seasons. For whatever reason in my mind, I feel like Strange New Worlds is dead. I don't know why.
Because they're pushing Generation out now. I mean, would you rather, or not Generation, Academy. Would you rather have, and I kind of do want them to do this so I know it's not fucked up, and it gives 2 years of the wokeness to die down more. Would you rather wait until Strange New Worlds is over to get Academy, or would you rather have Strange New Worlds and Academy run at the same time? I don't think they should run at the same time.
No, I don't think so either.
I think you're shooting yourself in the foot at that point.
But I don't think they have a choice because they're both already, like, they have their end dates already, right? Academy has 2 seasons and Strange New Worlds has 2 more seasons. And then the new era begins after that.
What new era?
Kirk?
No, the new era of new ownership, the Skydance ownership of Paramount Plus. And they're going to do whatever they want now with Star Trek. Now, here's the thing. You know what? Let's bring up the PowerPoint. By the way, it's episode 45.
45.
45.
We had
Kids don't
12
say that.
more. Or is it 12 more?
I think IB says he likes the overlapping. I'm fine with the overlapping because if it's just one or the other on a 10 episode season, that's not a lot. I mean, 10 weeks of Star Trek out of 52 is not a lot.
You're right.
No, what I meant is you run Strange New Worlds for its season, and then you premiere Academy for its season, and then you run Strange New Worlds for its final, and then you run Academy for it. So you're alternating every year versus both of them being shown concurrently.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't know why they decided to go with January for Starfleet Academy.
I don't know. But I keep forgetting that, and I'm going to keep forgetting that until we get into January, because as long as I don't remember the date, that I'm mentally thinking that it's like in June or whatever the fall, whenever normal premiere season is. So that way I'll be happily surprised. It's kind of like being happily surprised today with my Amazon delivery.
The cast says farewell to each other. They've done all their filming. That could have been a song. So we still have 2 more seasons to see these guys, but I guess they're done seeing each other face to face. So now they'll just watch the how the world responds to 2 more seasons of their show. Hopefully it's better. I mean, there's a Muppet episode.
I was thinking of that too.
I was going to say this. How would you feel if at the end of Stranger Worlds, Pike does not end up meeting the same fate as the original Pike? And it's like, this is a whole new universe. This is a whole new series. And then it goes into a Star Trek where you know Pike is still in command for years and years to come.
Or at the very last scene of the last episode of Strange New Worlds, he wakes up in the wheelchair, and all this time it's just been a dream, and he's been with the Tellurians.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting. See, this is the brain tease that yeah. What if this entire time this has just been a retelling of his story from the Tellurians? Is it Tellurians?
Yeah.
From their, you know, from the time that we see him leave and go in and go with that chick. Oh, actually, you know what?
Well, she was in an episode.
She was, so the original chick, she's still injured, so she could still die.
Yeah.
And I think at some point he mentions that she does die. What if this is him retelling her? She's like, Christopher, tell me of your time away. Tell me all the adventures you went on before I go. and he's telling her this on her deathbed.
That could be. That would be crazy.
I should be a writer.
And then that means none of it would even have to be canon because it's all just hearsay.
It's all his opinion on what he observed.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think. I mean, now I'm being the devil's advocate and tearing that apart. I'm literally mentally going through episodes to see if there's aspects that only that he would not know or would not have read in a report. Because the entire show would have to been done from aspect of him reiterating either stuff that he lived with, had a conversation with someone about, or read in a report.
Or he could just make it up if he's not sure. He could just be telling her what he thinks happens.
Yeah, you could do that. And as long as
I think La'an and Spock were just dancing around in their room.
I don't know.
Oh, IB is doing some fact checking on his own opinions. He just called himself out. It's all right, IB. So that's Strange New Worlds. This girl is going to be one of the new stars of Academy, and she's a Betazoid. Zoe Steiner. I looked her up just outside of Star Trek. She might be kind of weird. She might be one of those.
Changeling?
She might be one of those pronoun.
Oh, no.
Changeling.
Yeah.
Changeling.
Nose ringers.
No, they're changelings.
Oh, okay.
That's what I call them, because the changelings can take the form of anything, just like Odo. I mean, do you want to call them founders?
Boing.
You know, speaking of Odo, like, I feel like Odo is too nice to Wei Yun. Like, obviously, Wei Yun cannot say no to Odo. So I was watching the couple episodes where they have to retreat from DS9 and the Dominion take over Deep Space Nine for a few months. And Odo and Kira stay behind. And, Wei Yun is there with Dukat. And I think Damar is his right-hand man, Dukat, who eventually...
Damar the drunkard.
Yeah. But Odo, I mean, Wei Yun considers Odo a god.
Yeah, that's why he's the founder.
Right. So it's like, and then especially after the lady founder tells Wei Yun, look, getting Odo is more important than getting the Alpha Quadrant. I thought that was crazy. Like, for her to say that getting Odo back to the Great Link is more valuable than us taking over the Alpha Quadrant. That to me should have told Wei Yun, damn, you're focused on the wrong thing then. You need to be focused on getting Odo back to the Great Link. Why are you so worried about the Alpha Quadrant if the founders, your gods, want Odo back in the Great Link? Then why aren't you worried about that instead of worried about taking over the Alpha Quadrant?
Maybe because of the information Odo had.
I don't know.
Odo has all the information. Odo, he's security chief on the station.
Yeah.
That means he has Starfleet security codes.
I don't know. I just think that the founders...
And he got debriefed by Starfleet at Starfleet headquarters. So whatever he observed there, whether willingly or not, he retained. And if they put him in the link, now everybody knows it.
Well, then that's even more reason why Wei Yun should have been more focused on convincing Odo to go back to the Great Link. Not that Wei Yun had any influence, but he could have been nicer to Odo. But maybe Odo just didn't ask for anything, because anything Odo ever asked for, Wei Yun was like, yes, founder. Yes, founder. But Odo barely asked for anything. Every time he did, Like Odo could have said, "Hey, let Rom out." Yes, founder.
Yes.
But he didn't. He didn't even ask for it. So Odo.
Oh my.
I mean, Odo could have ended up just running the Alpha Quadrant. Oh, if Odo would have played his cards right, he could have tricked all of them into thinking, you know what, I'm joining the Dominion and I want to be the ruler of the Alpha Quadrant.
Give me 1 second. I gotta go do something real quick. Be right back.
Wash your hands.
Is that Japanese?
Yeah,
Be right back.
he's into the whole Asian thing.
Wow.
Oh, he's missing out on this one. Our friend over at the Tachyon Pulse podcast, who's always got breaking news. He's got some inside connections. And people are saying the people have watched, there's people that have watched episodes of Starfleet Academy, like people in the industry. Mm-hmm. And they're saying it's really good.
Huh. The previews that I've seen, they're being attacked, and
it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, there's not enough to say either way. I'll say that, like, the little thing of the kids laying in the grass, that's cheesy,
But I don't forget her name. I forget her name. What's her name?
Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter. She says the children.
It's the children. You got to use her voice. We got to protect the children.
Protect the children. And then they take a shot to the children, and they're like in this huge complex mall kind of looking. Why is a ship that big?
I don't know. That's what she said. Why is it that big?
Yeah. I don't know.
I know that it just, their marketing is so bad. Like the Paramount Plus marketing for Starfleet Academy is so bad. It almost looks like they're trying to make it look bad. But I'm going to hold out hope. I'm going to watch it. If it's bad, it's bad. But I will watch it.
Yeah.
Now, but will the non-Trekkies watch it? Are they going to get any new audience from it? I don't think so. They're going to get Trekkies will watch it, and they'll either hate it or not hate it. But I don't think this is going to bring like your Gen Z people or your Gen A. Or
maybe that'll bring the people that like 90210 or the people that like Friends.
No, it's going to bring the people that like, what are those shows where they're on like the islands and like Romance Island.
Yeah. We'll see.
And I would be curious. I know our channel demographics. Our channel demographics are like 99% men and 90% over 40. Like this is not the audience of wanting to watch, Dawson's Creek. Somebody was funny. I saw a little TikTok. I think they said it was like Starfleet Creek or something. Right? Like this is not, men over 40 are not trying to watch, 90210.
Oh, you know what I've just thought of?
What'd you think of?
I forgot to pick up Crewman Sherry. I don't see her in the chat, and she's not in that chair.
Oh.
When I drove into the set,
she is right there.
I saw
she was sitting there waiting on the porch, she said. She lives over on Maine.
I know, yeah.
Did you leave Crewman Cherry stranded on the side of the road somewhere?
Crewman Sherry, I was just parked over there.
She lives
in front of your house.
She lives in the apartment attached to the funeral home.
I was at Mexico and Maine, and I was parked over there.
Yeah, so she's waiting.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
so Crewman Mgyx, did you have your earbud in? Could you hear us talking about Starfleet Academy?
I heard something about our demographics, and they're calling it the Dawson's Creek, but no, I didn't hear most of it. I was thinking
Starfleet Creek.
Academy Creek or Academy 101 or 01. I guess that would be.
But yeah, word on the street is the people that have seen previews of like the first 6 episodes or the first 3 episodes. I think some people have seen 6, some have seen 3 or whatever, and they're liking it. You know,
who are these people? That's the thing, because you could have someone who watches nothing but The Office be like, "Oh, I really liked it," and they don't know shit about Star Trek. Yeah. You need to ask Star Trek fans if it's good or not. You need a litmus test of the people who are in
Star Trek 90210.
Yeah, we're in the what do they call it? The Geyser, or the zeitgeist of the Star Trek lore. But any reporting agency and magazine company, I mean, think of it right now. If you went to, I don't even know if they even have magazines anymore. If you went to a reporting agency and they at TMZ, if you go to TMZ and be like, "Hey, what do you think of the new Star Trek movie?" Why would you take someone whose life is surrounded by reality TV and gossip news? Why would you take their input as solid evidence of whether or not a sci-fi show is good? They're not gonna know.
Right. What's their background in it?
Right. They're not gonna know. Yeah, it's TMZ. It's a reputable source of entertainment, but it's not a reputable source of sci-fi entertainment. Like, that don't make any kind of sense.
NCC 90210. That's the shit. 90210D. Yeah, so I want to be optimistic. I mean, what can you do, right? I mean, we can hate on it. We can say it's going to suck.
That's all we got right now.
We're still going to watch it.
And that will be our new demographic. Hey, I'm just going to let you know right now, if this show sucks, going forward on our podcast, it is going to be my job to do nothing but throw hate at this show every episode. I am going to be that dude that just talks shit. And honestly, that works for a lot of content creators out there. Just talking shit about.
No, I mean, that's what people are doing. Like, that's what a lot of people are doing. I mean, we know Strange New Worlds is not perfect. Discovery was pretty average, below average, probably. Once it got, I don't know.
Discovery had its moments once you negate or you repress a lot of the storylines and arcs that you didn't want to.
If you took out Burnham, it was pretty good.
I mean, at first it was good.
I'm not even going to say take out the Burnham part. I like the Burnham part. I'm going to say all the other shit that didn't need to be in the sci-fi show, you take that out. It's an okay show. But the timeline with Burnham and her mom and the Red Angel, that was very sci-fi-ish. I like that storyline. All the other
Red Angel was fine. So yeah, Red and the progenitors, that whole plot was fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of it that was
I like this whole spore drive concept. The spore drive was cool.
When Discovery first came on,
Burnham has with Spock's dad, I like that. Or that was Spock's dad, wasn't it? That
my problem with Burnham is this whole premise that she acts like she's a Vulcan, and like it's just like.
Dude, we literally had shows on TNG where a kid wanted to be Data and acted like Data. You had a show where a kid wanted to be Worf and acted like Worf. So that's kind of par for the course in that aspect of things.
When Discovery first came on, everybody liked it. And the reason why is because we were all craving Trek. Whether it was good or bad, hey, we're going to watch it regardless. And then finally, when we got comfortable watching it, that's when we realized what we were watching. We started to analyze it, and I'm thinking, man, this not going the way that we thought it would go.
I think it was once. No, I think by that time, however, by the time we got to that level, is when all the wokeness started coming out and becoming, instead of being side arcs, they became main arcs of the story.
100%. 200%.
That was the problem. When you put sci-fi,
Absolutely.
when you put the Trekness episode on the back burner and you are concentrating more on a character side arc that has zero relevance to the presence of the show, you become a bad show.
I need
IB says he'll always give Star Trek a chance, except Section 31. I can honestly say I did not watch all of Section 31.
For what Magix
yet
just said, we need a applause button. I would like an applause button for what he just said.
Nah, it's not that good. But listen,
Damn.
Because I was thinking about something else while he was talking. And now I forgot what I was going to say. And it was good, too. It was really good. Except you had to drag out the whole applause button thing. And now my thought is gone. A very
I was saying that
important thought.
shit. Damn it! Now I lost my thought.
It's because PVG is always throwing in these distractions.
They put the sci-fi story arc as last, and they concentrated more on the character arc. That's what started to make it worse. Because there's a lot of
we just talked about how the Nexus was kind of a stupid thing, right?
Yeah, after
so
we analyzed
it's not Star Trek always will every now and then like throw a fart in there, you know?
I
Throw
get
a
that.
stinker in
And you
there.
get like IB says, you got to give a fart a chance to see if it's just a fart or if it's actually a full-on shit. And the only way you're going to know is to, let one out.
What was the guy's name?
Who's farting?
Sorensen.
Soren?
Soren.
Sorensen.
He should no. Soren. He's after the Nexus and. Hey, wait a minute. Why don't you just go on the holodeck over here and then you'll get what you want? Instead of all this bullshit of killing people and planets and this and that.
Here,
That's
let
violent.
me introduce you to a guy I named Barkley.
Oh, by the way, on our last episode, someone in the comments said that Barkley was their most annoying character.
Yeah, he could be.
All right. That's Starfleet Academy, according to Tachyon Pulse. Oh, on the Star Trek Alpha sites, where we look up all the information. I like these sites. But I found these little sections of these polls that they have.
There's a memory beta outside as well, right?
Yeah, it's not canon. It's like stuff from books and side material. Yeah. Well, if I can go to Memory Alpha and find it, I will. But I found this forum and people ask these questions. And so I thought I would put a couple of those polls here just to throw it by you guys. Chakotay, underrated, perfectly rated, or overrated?
I say he's underrated.
As what? As what, though?
Just as a first officer. I know you don't like him.
I don't like him. I don't even know why he's on the bridge.
Because he's got a
real.
rep.
I don't think of this. Mentally think back to.
Because there's not enough Indians in
Voyager.
Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
Go back to
Thank you
Voyager,
very much.
And
Please
what
come
does
again.
he actually do?
Not that kind of Indian. What the hell? Get out.
How King Musabi.
Like, I don't even think Janeway trusts him enough to leave him in charge of the ship sometimes.
She don't
Like, I'm
trust
really
anybody.
trying to think of when
She don't
when
trust
he-
herself.
he does something of significance. But
Never.
whatever. I guess
Does anybody in I mean, I do like Voyager as a series because it was exciting and like it was very different from DS9.
Yo, let me put you on game, as the kids would say.
All right, John Pork.
Somebody brought up this on a chat earlier, and I totally agree with it. And I was gonna post this earlier. You tell me who says this and who it's to. You invented me to be an individual, but when I try to claim my independence, I am punished.
Lore.
That was going to be my opening thing, but I forgot to pull it up as my tagline for today. That's 7-9 to Janeway, because on the episode of Prey, and we talked about this, species 8472, Starfleet and Janeway want to save it and be all scientific.
Where are you going?
He's going to the 10 Forward Laboratory.
10 backwards.
10,
That should
no,
that should be our channel. I should change the name of our channel to 10 backwards.
it would be Deuce.
10backwards.com.
Wait, what was it? How would you
Don't
do
go
that to
stealing that,
imply-
IB. I'm going to put a
You
copyright
gotta
on
throw
that.
you gotta throw in somehow taking a deuce as part of the name. But so anyway, it's the one where Janeway and they want to save species 8472 because the Hirogen are hunting it down. And 7 is like, I'm a former Borg. We can fuck up all of y'all, and we don't fuck with them.
Right.
Y'all need to stop bullshit.
Like 8472 killed like 10 billion Borg.
Right. So, and if the Borg can assimilate humans, maybe not the planet, but easily all your ships, and we could do that to the Hirogen and all these other places, and we don't fuck with 8472, why you think you're going to do any better? So, and that's when she says, you asked my opinion. I'm telling you, don't do this. And now I'm being punished because I'm going against your convention.
IB says that Chakotay was trying to leave Voyager towards the end. Well, he must have had second thoughts because he came back for Prodigy.
Did he ever actually do a voiceover? I don't think he ever actually made an appearance in Prodigy or a voice.
That wasn't his voice in Prodigy for Chakotay?
I don't think so, because it's not Margelle Barrett's voice; it's an AI.
Yeah,
and
but
she's still voicing.
No,
it's not like they're taking
pass
actual.
Away?
They're not taking actual recordings of Margelle Barrett. They're using an AI. So if he signed his rights over, and I would not be surprised if because AI was becoming a thing when Voyager was.
But he's still alive, so he would have to approve it, and he would
not
still
if you
get
sign
paid.
it in your contract, kind of like what we were talking about. Anything you build at your work is your company's.
Yeah.
If Paramount or whoever at the time was like, hey, you're contracted to this show, your voice and likeness are part of this contract if you want to accept it, which means we can use this in perpetuity or for whatever years, then they could use his likeness and his voice and just do AI generations.
Saru as a captain.
Again,
I'm going to say overrated.
Why are they on the bridge option?
Overrated.
Big time.
Saru was terrible.
Saru was the wokeness that I was saying that we did not need on Discovery. I would have been content with him being in any kind of officer role. I would be great. Discovery would be great if he stuck to the science station. Shut the fuck up. Do the science shit. That's all I want to hear out of your
Keep your little prickly little danger
your prickly things were
sensing.
good. Your gangles, okay, great.
Your ganglions.
You're the Deanna Troy of this ship. Great.
Yeah.
You got dangly features. Your spidey senses going off. All right, great. Now scan for whatever I told you to scan for and get back to that.
Yeah. Definitely not captain material.
You trying to bang out
be on the
the
basketball
Vulcan
court.
ambassador? That could be what's after tertiary? Quaternary story arc. That okay, great. In your side time, you're banging. You're trying to hook up with the Vulcan science or ambassador.
Wait, what did you say? Overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
All right, unanimous. If you could name a Federation vessel, who would you choose as the name?
I've often asked this question: why is there not a Martin Luther King?
the USS MLK?
Yeah, why is there no USS MLK?
That's
For
a
real.
good question. I'm surprised there's not. What would you?
I mean, thinking on it now, I can see. Okay, you couldn't have a ship, or maybe they don't have any ships that are just off of one country's historical figures.
Oh,
So
that's
it'd
true.
have
It's
to be
gotta
some
be a
way to the
worldwide
entire
thing.
planet.
Like the USS Mother Teresa, the USS.
No, because
Gandhi.
that's only for a certain religion.
Oh, it's religious, and they're not into religion by then. Because Picard says religion is naive.
Is there a USS Moscow
No,
or a Sydney
maybe.
or a Montreal?
USS
Because
Musk.
I've only seen Chinese Shenzhen. I've
USS
seen
Tesla.
a lot of U.S. locations, California class or the California and the Illinois. You know, you see all of those. Those are all states, but you don't see any other cities or countries really
Oh,
represented.
IB says in a Star Trek comic in the Mirror Universe, there was a Terran Empire ship, the ISS Nixon.
Never thought of that.
Oh, thank you. You brought up what I was going to say. What if at the end of Strange New Worlds, knowing that everything is going bad and that his fate is coming to where it's going to be at, Pike discerns to just go rogue and he starts the Terran Empire?
That would be good. That would be interesting.
He's like, you know what? Fuck Starfleet. You know, you're doing this shit. The whole accident that I'm about to die in doesn't have to happen. And I'm telling you it doesn't. And you're like, oh, well, we got to do it. And you're like, fuck that. And then he's part of the Terran Empire who gets, again, somebody take a shot if you got a bottle. If you know, is recruited by the founders of Section 31. Dun, dun, dun.
You need to get a button for that. What's your favorite on-screen destruction of the Enterprise?
Honestly, probably the there's two.
Generations.
No, fuck that. The Search for Spock one and the Beyond one, where it's just fucked up. Like, that just shows the hubris that Starfleet has. Like, that attitude of nobody can beat us, we're Starfleet, and then you just got ripped to shreds by a bunch of little, basically equivalent of worker bees. Like,
Yeah, because in yesterday's Enterprise, it's not even destroyed because Tasha Yar survives, and
nah, she gets captured. She doesn't.
Yeah.
That don't mean the ship doesn't get destroyed.
well, I guess, but it's not on screen.
Right.
It's assumed that it's destroyed.
Beyond was good.
Yeah, Beyond was good. That's in Beyond it. What it is that where it crashes into the Earth, or is that where the Prometheus destroys it? I can't remember.
That's where
Crashes
That's
into
where
the
Idris Elba destroys it, and it falls on the planet.
Oh, okay,
and then
yeah,
they
'cause
gotta-
I'm thinking
they
of
gotta
Into
flip
Darkness.
The ship over.
Okay, yeah. Oh man, I watched it, but it's probably been 6 months, maybe more.
Since watching Star Trek
Probably
Beyond.
around our 10th episode, I watched it because we went through a little phase of watching all the Kelvin movies and talking about it.
That's because at certain points of the year, it's always on Pluto.
Yeah,
Like, just all the Calvin movies are on repeat, and then like for a month or two, and then they do TNG. They've literally just dropped out of doing the original series. I think the original series is on for like 1 month or a couple of weeks out of a month, but then it just rolls back into just showing all the Calvin movies, and the TNG movies.
The Kelvin movies are fun movies. I mean, this cast would never work in a series. So I think this cast is basically a movie cast. I mean, and they're big stars.
The Kelvin.
Yeah, the Kelvin cast is big stars. So they're not going to do a series. But I think the movies were entertaining. I have no beef with any of the Kelvin movies. I know a lot of people got beef with the Kelvin movies, but I found them entertaining.
I like all the Kelvin movies, and you're right. I can't see them going, and maybe it's because of the age-old, going to movies. Back to TV is like the taboo thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't picture the Kelvin cast on a TV getting the TV treatment based on purely the technologically how it is shown.
Yeah.
As a regular TV show.
I mean, unless Taylor Sheridan going to write a Star Trek.
No, it's literally just the cameras and the effects that go into a movie.
Yeah.
Are still way better than a TV show. And I couldn't see that happening on a TV show, because then if they did, I would watch it, because that's an hour-long movie every week. I would be down for that. But they have that kind of budget.
They would. And that's the problem with Strange New Worlds and all these new Star Trek shows, is they are very expensive.
But
and
that's why
they look good, but their plots. So it's kind of like when you're building a character in one of your games, you have so much, like you can give him a lot of speed, but then he loses accuracy or he loses endurance. And that's what's happening with some of these new shows, these new Trek shows, is like they've got their levers, right? So they try to max out on visuals, but then the story points
suffers.
Yeah, they drop way down. And so the storylines are not good. The woke points go way up.
Exactly.
And so
because you blew your budget on something else, now you're not able to actually hire somebody who can look at something with bias, and you're hiring these woke people that are straight out of the college women's study class as a major and filmmaking as a minor.
Yep. Let's see what the next one is. IB says he liked the yesterday's Enterprise episode. I mean, I like that episode a lot, actually. The episode where Tasha Yar comes back and Guinan's trying to convince Picard.
I liked all of those.
Something's not right.
Oh, we got a little trivia. Self-destruction. We're headed for self-destruction.
If you know, you know.
Which vessel's destruction was authorized to prevent poor acquisition? I'm not reading that again. I can't do the Swedish chef voice anymore. By the way, supposedly the Muppets are coming back next month too.
Should we do a Muppet episode?
Yeah.
I tried to do a Muppet show.
Just have someone bring a Muppet. You know people in the Muppet industry.
I bet you your neighbor that we were talking about earlier has got some Muppets. Just make sure they're sanitized.
Not them types of Muppets. Which vessel's destruction was authorized to prevent Borg acquisition?
I'm going to go B.
Yeah, B.
Actually, it's probably A, though, but I'm going to go with B.
Yeah. It was First Contact. He initiated the self-destruct sequence when they took over the deflector, but then I think they canceled it. Or it canceled itself because I think it malfunctioned or something. The destruction of which ship was used as a diversion so its crew would escape captivity?
On Vulcan.
On Vulcan. Yeah, I guess you got to know that, huh? Let's get some guesses.
First, you gotta figure out who was ever captured on Vulcan.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't remember anyone ever being captured on Vulcan.
All right, let's just go to the answer then, because it'll have a description.
Wait. I'm gonna go Grimace.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me too.
I'm gonna go with Hamburglar. Kirk destroys his own ship to free the crew. Sorry for Spock.
This is a bad question. He wasn't on
It's
Vulcan.
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Blame
this is-
ChatGPT.
This gets an asterisk.
ChatGPT free version.
I've thought about buying that as well.
Which Starfleet rank was required to verbally confirm the automated countdown? What's the minimum rank to initiate a self-destruct?
Commander.
A commander. Yeah.
The ship's systems require the commanding officer. So I guess if a commander was the commanding officer, it would be fine. But in this case, a captain was the commanding officer.
All right, I get it.
That I'm calling bullshit.
All right, free version.
Geordi's not a captain, and he's authorized it.
And Worf was the secondary.
And Scotty's not a commander.
No. Enterprise E, though.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it changes. If you look at the memory alpha, it tells you all the different classes of ships have different criteria for the self-destruct.
Well, I don't look at
it's
memory
kinda
alpha
crazy.
like that.
The self-destruct capability is classified as which type of safeguard?
C.
Strategic denial measure, end of service mandate, or contagious disease containment?
C.
You going C?
I'm going to go with all of the above because they've done them all.
Let's see what ChatGPT says. Strategic denial measure. It repeatedly stated across films, to prevent enemy capture of technology. So that the technology doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Is Mgyx gone? Who is that?
No, I mean,
Oh, there he is. He was hiding.
that was this is bullshit.
I appreciate that.
And I'm not saying you, I'm saying ChatGPT.
No,
I'm not
it's true.
mad. I'm just saying do better.
I mean, I had a hard time because I only had 4 questions. So ChatGPT was being a stinker. ChatGPT was being a B. All right. The thumbnail. I know we probably should talk about the thumbnail original, like at the onset of the episode.
Yeah.
But here's the thought I had.
What was the thumbnail?
Whenever there's an intruder alert on the Enterprise or on any ship, why not just beam the intruders right to the brig?
because they intruded, so they got past their defenses. So
Right, but once they're inside the ship, there's nothing that stops you from being able to transport them, right?
It cuts the story short, I guess.
It makes it too easy.
Too easy.
Like you could transport them to the holodeck and then they would, like this was one of your theories, right, Mgyx, where anytime you let someone on the ship, just put them in the holodeck and make them think they're in the ship. You know,
Brilliant.
make them
Why
think
not?
they're in the bridge.
until you can see what their intentions are.
Right.
Yeah. Like put them in a fake version of the ship on the holodeck, let them roam around and see what they do. And if they're shady, then you just zap them.
Yeah.
No, you create a holodeck, and you can put a transporter in there, but you have a fake doctor, a holographic character. You program them to act just like a regular crew would be,
Yep.
and you put up a Force 10 shield around them. And then if they're like, we're here to see your captain or whatever, you know, you go through everything in the holodeck until you determine if their intentions are good or bad. But they never really leave the holodeck. And you make it so that, okay, if you determine, okay, they're good and they are here to see the captain or, you know, something that Riker would do or whatever, you have the real Riker, you know, you on standby, but you have a fake Riker going first and act like him. I'm like, all right, okay, hold on a minute. Let me go get you some additional information here real quick. Let me go confer. You have the fake Riker look like he's walking out the door, and the real Riker walks back in.
The ERH. They should deploy an ERH to every ship, an emergency Riker hologram.
Yeah.
By the way, when I post a Riker short, like Riker shorts do very well on YouTube compared to like Burnham. Like my Burnham short was one of my worst, but the Riker shorts are just blowing up. So just I don't know, just a little.
Yeah, Ivy, if holodecks were real, the addiction would be crazy. You are correct.
Oh man.
Well, let me
worse than drugs.
Follow-up question. Now that we're talking about holodecks, how come people aren't hacking into other people's holodeck sessions to watch what they're doing? Because that's all taped somewhere. There's video somewhere of everyone's holodeck sessions.
That would be at a whole different level of Pornhub or something.
I think that's why you don't see that. That's probably why people don't. Here's the thing. I think people did do that originally.
Well,
then
Lower Decks, they're cleaning it. Remember in Lower Decks, they're cleaning all that?
So I think what happened is once it got on ships, they're like, okay, you can only use your email for work-related stuff. It's monitored, and same thing with the messaging system. Same thing goes for the hologram. Everything is monitored, and then people were like, "Oh, that's bullshit." Until a couple of people did some shady shit. It's like, look, you were supposed to be on shift 20 minutes ago. You're in there banging a 3-tittied, blue-eyed, whatever chick from whatever planet. We know you was you. You left DNA behind. And then they're like, "Oh, I can't do that." Because remember, Quark and them have there's somebody that sells like a hollow system.
Yeah, Quark.
You wear it, but you wear it. You're not in a hollow deck, so you could be in your own quarters and essentially do holographic stuff, but you're not in a full-on holodeck. And I think
but that would be the business to be in. Like if I were Quark, like all the people that come into his holodeck, they're doing something dirty.
Oh yeah.
So Quark could be blackmailing those people, like, hey, like we got we could just do a replay. We can do a replay of last week's holo session, and you ain't gonna want your wife to see that. Your wife back on.
You walk into the bar, Quark slides a little holographic
Starbase 410,
projector, a holographic coaster. Hey. You're behind on your tab. Oh, I'll get to it. Oh, really? Well, how would your wife like to see this? And he puts it up and you see him. Kind of like the little thing that Data had about Tasha. You slides that across the bar. Yeah, you could be blackmailing people.
Yeah, like why would anybody need to go to Ryza if you just have holodecks?
I think reality. You want to know what's something real. You want to eat something real. Maybe you don't want to eat fake food anymore. I don't know. That's still a big debate on eating.
They say try everything once. If you like it, do it twice.
Or maybe it's because you only have access to holodecks through either being on Starfleet on a ship or in a physical location, and it's easier just to go to Ryza. Think about the technology behind a holodeck. Here's my thing is this.
Was LaForge Isaac from the Love Boat?
My question is this. If you walk the course, let's say you go to a holodeck, right? And you start on one end zone and you're walking to the other end zone. You already know the physical space of the holodeck is not the size of a football field.
Yeah.
How does it prevent you from and you're physically walking across the ground? How does it physically prevent you from walking into the wall?
Well, yeah, because isn't it at the beginning of Generations? Aren't they on like a pirate ship or something? And
Yeah.
Worf is getting promoted, and there's like a huge ocean, and they're on a boat.
Yes.
And so how does that all happen in a holodeck?
If they can figure out a holodeck,
The room's not that big.
Everything.
How does now? A better question is this: how do you get someone to float in water and not touch the ground?
Hollow projections.
You're floating in water, but you're still physically in a room.
Anti-grav plates.
IB says the humans in Trek are more ethical.
That's why they've evolved.
We're
They're not
ethical,
us.
man. What are you
Yeah.
saying? We're very ethical.
But how do you do that?
Anti-grav
It's magic.
plates. Yeah, it's magic. Yeah.
It's not me.
It's you.
They're in a little piece of the Nexus.
No, everybody's on this whole eating food. If the food you eat is real or if it's not real, whatever. But you brought it up. How do you put the water there?
Riker bang you menu.
The water is just molecules.
Right. So Wart gets pushed into the water,
Yeah.
and so does Counselor.
And then they get
Crusher.
wet.
And they're
But
floating
they're
because of the
swimming. They're
anti-grav
floating
plates.
in water.
Because it behaves like the real water would.
So that means there's just a sack of water molecules around them that's constantly moving to their unpredicted self. And in which
said-
case, how is that being suspended above the ground so that they don't physically touch the ground of the holodeck that they're in?
The hollow system just knows how to do that.
They're
Wait,
not helping this
didn't
conversation.
Riker bang Manuti?
Menu. She was
Manu.
French,
Meow meow.
Bidu-du-du.
I guess.
Minu. Minu.
We don't use words like bang on this show.
Oh my god.
We're a little more civilized.
No kidding.
I pose that IB, you need to research that. You need to put your man in the chair hat on. How does that work? How does falling in water work? Because it happened to Data as well, or was it Will?
No, he
in the
pushed.
first episode?
He pushed Dr. Crusher in, right?
No. I'm saying the first episode of TNG.
Yeah, and also in
When he
Insurrection.
went into the water.
Oh wait, no, that was real water.
Right. So
Data's
how do
walking
you
under.
like a tractor beam?
Tractor beam. You're
To
talking
suspend
about.
them in the air?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
What I'm saying is this. Okay, think of it this way. Let's take the ship and all that shit out of the equation. You run a hologram and you want to say, I want to practice my diving because I want to be an Olympic diver. And you go in there and you climb and you physically
Replicator.
dive into a pool from 100-meter dive platform. Well, the holodeck is not 100 meters up. And it can fake some of that, like the ladders you're climbing and everything else. But then the fact that you're diving, how are you diving into water from 100 meters up and then landing in water without physically smacking your head into the floor?
Because it recreates reality as you fall. It's just building the reality around you.
Can you stand and support your
On
entire
business? Yes.
on your fingertips?
No.
Exactly. So how did you get upside down diving into water? Are you able to suspend yourself in midair while you do a triple back tuck and then land into water? No.
Yes, I
So
can do that.
how does the hologram pull that off? You can't even do a backflip. So if someone goes in and says, I want to do a backflip, they're not able to, how does the hologram keep them suspended in air or release? I don't think that's a word. How does it deal with gravity? That's what I'm getting at. No one ever talks about that. Everybody else talks about if you take a shit in the holodeck, is it real or is it fake?
Well, it must be real because on lower decks they have to clean it.
Insufficient data.
They have to clean all of the mess from the holodeck. So how does the mess? So let's say you're in the holodeck and you take a dump, and then you walk.
Oh my God. Hold on.
You walk half a mile and you no longer see that dump, but that dump is still there. It has to be cleaned up.
If you take a dump in the holodeck and the holodeck projects a hard light toilet so you can sit on, and it projects toilet
I can't
paper
believe we're
that
talking
you can
this
wipe
shit.
with, but it's not real toilet paper. Does that mean you're wiping your ass with your hand?
No. Here's the better question.
Oh man.
Here's the better question.
Oh. Can you smell it? Can you smell this?
How does the blind person know they're done wiping?
Here we go.
How do you get rid of the smell in the holodeck? Also, like you said, you take a dump and then you walk like, oh, I'm going to take a dump
Because it also projects hollow gas. It can recreate the gaseous particles.
The olfactory smell.
Yeah. All right. We're going to wrap because we've had way too much fun and any more fun and we're going to get canceled.
Ivy says the holodeck is a
mixture of multiple
technologies, holograms, force fields, food synthesizer, and it probably has some mental virtual reality compounds or components.
There you go. I was going to say that.
That does not take away from the fact that if you take a shit in the hologram, what are you wiping with?
Hollow paper.
But it's not there, so how is it wiping your ass? Or does that mean when you get out, you still got a shitty ass?
It's come down to this.
Maybe you can have, maybe the holodeck has a little bit of transporter technology and it can transport those poop particles off your butt.
Doo-doo paper.
The doo-doo particles get transported elsewhere. We get deep, people. This is what separates us from other Trek podcasts is we talk about the important things that matter day to day. No, I know. This conversation's never come up before, but it is important.
Synthesized toilet paper. There you go.
Hologram toilet paper, not synthesized. Synthesized toilet paper was fine. You could wipe your butt with that. But holographic toilet paper, you're not wiping your butt with anything. Like that would be one of those situations where it's like never-ending wipes.
Because you're just smearing it on your fingers.
Smell this.
That's inappropriate. But all right. Yeah, synthesized toilet paper, according to IB. All right, we wrapping. Let's PVG, even though you were late, go ahead and give us some final thoughts.
4 days from now, it's going to be Christmas. I'm blessed to be with you guys.
Yes, you are.
Let's not forget what this day is for. So
we're all blessed.
Merry Christmas.
To be able to chill and talk Trek.
Mgyx, I got a Christmas present for you. This is for Crewman Tommy. I'm going to send it off tomorrow and amongst other things. So I thought you had.
Oh, Big E in the chat. Hey, thanks, buddy.
Big E with Going Around Podcast.
Is this a snail trail?
Smell it.
I do not want that. We talked about that off camera. I do not need that in my life.
No, you'll like it.
If she wants to wrap it in some cookies,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, I'm down for that. Let her know I'm down.
Crewman Mgyx, what's your thought of the night?
My thought of the night goes back to the 7 of 9 quote that I had. You can apply that to life, and for parents that are out there that are like, your kids get to that age where they're talking back to you, don't forget, you invented them to be an individual. But when they try and claim their independence, you can't really punish them because you brought them up to do that.
That's deep. It all starts at home. Absolutely.
In this case, it all started with Catherine Janeway. So don't blow up the house. All right. Find another way. But yeah, happy holidays to everyone. PV or going rounds and his Jeepers.
Grippers.
The grippers of the Jeepers.
Saying hi to the grippers out there. And I can't wait to see his recap on the Jake Paul. I probably missed it. I'll have to watch it later.
I saw some
watched
recaps.
it. I watched
Oh my
it. It
gosh.
is
No, I'm talking about the GRP recap.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't watch his.
Oh, okay. He's gonna do it tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, I would have if he had done a live one. I would have hopped in with him because I made it to all the other fights I didn't care about. I just wanted to see that final one, and it was worth watching for free on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Coming into the new year, you know what? Y'all decide. Chatters out there. IB, Crewman Sherry, Chief Scott. I need a new Trek series to start doing a rewatch with. I've completed DS9. I have not done TNG in a while, and I haven't done Voyager in a while, and I haven't done Enterprise in a while. Or should I stick with that era? The golden era is what they call it. Or should I start doing a recap of the newer shows? Because I have not done a recap of any of the new era of Star Trek.
You're talking about like a rewatch of Discovery or something like that?
I haven't done a rewatch of Discovery, Picard, any of those.
I would say TNG might be more valuable.
Possibly.
IB says Voyager. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Voyager.
TNG, I know I've done it once. It's been years, been at least 5 years.
When was your
years.
last rewatch of Voyager?
Probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. When we started podcasting, I think I was at the end of a rewatch of Voyager. So 4 years, 5 years.
Okay.
Voyager's not bad. TNG is rough.
So you just finished DS9 and now you're going to jump into something else.
Should I even do Star Trek at all, or should I jump genre?
You got it. We don't care if it's not Star Trek. We're not worried about it.
There's a lot of things that tie in though.
But as far as Star Trek goes, yeah, I gotta agree with IB. I would go Voyager.
Okay, just to let you know, I've done Voyager twice now.
What's the last thing you watched?
I was working on Side by Side and its background noise, TOS, and then the 5th season of DS9, the last episode.
All right.
I never did finish TOS. Should I finish TOS? Do you think it's
season 3? I still have season 3. I haven't done season 3 yet.
I always put TOS because that's what I grew up with, and I memorized every episode. I don't have to watch it visually. I can hear it and know exactly what's going on.
So what you're saying is if we want more content from you, we should structure our show more towards TOS.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Okay. I'll try and watch it. But
okay,
I know it'll be hard.
Okay, Yeoman Rand.
That's oh yeah. That's the way I grew up with.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll do that.
PVG,
yes.
What are you going to be watching? If I watch TOS, what are you going to watch? Are you going to get caught up on this this decades of Star Trek? You can watch Voyager or TNG?
Are you still watching Voyager?
I was, but then I started to watch that last episode of season 5, which was a 2-parter, which went into season 6.
You know what? Just watch something. We'll be happy if you watch anything.
DS9, season 6.
All right, there you go.
Okay, give us.
We'll watch TOS season 3. You watch DS9. We'll meet in the middle.
I remember Odo and oh my gosh, what's her name?
Kira.
Kira Nerys?
Yeah, Odo says, "You know what? I want to date you, but we'll wait until after the war." And the
Oh,
story
yeah.
stuff.
All right. Yeah, so I'll do that too. I mean, I'm still gonna finish up DS9, but yeah, I need to wrap up TOS season 3, so we'll do that. Okay, yeah, and as far as my final thoughts is, we're doing well on channel growth, and we're just gonna focus on trying to make the podcast more entertaining and interactive. I mean, I think everybody in the chat knows that we're very interactive with the chat, responsive, and it's fun to have you guys in there. So without you guys, I think we'd be missing a lot. Like even without IB last week, it was kind of quiet. We definitely missed you last week, IB. So
I appreciate all the chatters that are in here because it is nice to have something to bounce ideas off of, and spark that thought that we had there, but we can't quite get it. And then we read the chat and we're like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. And you have somebody else there that can bounce that thought off of you or help you fulfill the thought. Because as you've seen, Tom still has like 3 thoughts that he lost that he's never retrieved.
yeah, I can't remember what I was thinking. I remember is I had a really good statement on the tip of my tongue. And then PVG said something and I forgot what it was, and it's gone. So let's just point
Take
the
away his
finger,
Stream Deck.
blame other people. All right, next week we will get into our favorite first officers. I don't know. We don't usually do that because by the time
Are we
next
ever
week
going to
comes
go
around-
back to lower decks?
Yeah, we'll pick up on that.
I like Lower Decks. That was good. It's
Well,
better.
this week was tough because we all had some, one of us was late. I was kind of late, but I had my system turned on. Like I turned my system on like 5 hours early because I didn't want us to have any network issues like last week. And I think we were good. See, I didn't run Twitch this week and we didn't have any glitches. So I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe we should try it again and see if we can replicate the issue.
I don't know.
Versus just saying that was the issue and not really knowing.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a good thought, though. Okay, so we'll catch you guys next week.
Check you later. Till all are one.
Peace out.
My throat just went out. But okay, we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Holographic. Never mind.
Nanu.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, once we're off there.
Shit, I was holding that cough back.
Apparently, we're still not because you're
we're still going.